I want you to pay close attention to all the actions that are displayed in this video. And I'm going to come back with my commentary.
But you call that man a nigger for no reason.
Because he's a nigger. He's a filthy fucking nigger.
But you call all of us niggers.
No, I didn't. I called him a nigger for acting like a fucking nigger.
So what do you call yourself? What do you think you are?
My name's Tara. That's what I am.
So what do you think you are?
I'm a mad fucking bitch.
So you call people niggers when you get mad?
I do. I call people niggers if they act like niggers. Hello?
And what do you think you are?
Where are you?
So
yeah,
you a
this
nigger
filthy
too?
nigger's filming me, so you need to hurry up.
Who you calling a nigger?
That's cool. You can go to jail, you filthy
Yeah,
nigger.
bitch. That's why you just got the fuck slapped out of you.
That's cool.
Before I get into my commentary, I want everybody to excuse a smoke alarm sound. If you hear it within this video, I'm in the process of changing my battery, and it's really annoying. Sounds like a goddamn parrot just keep bugging the hell out of you, but I digress. But on to the video. I want everybody to refresh their memory of an earlier situation that is very similar to this video that I believe happened sometime last year, and it was with a white woman, again, attacking this man that was inside of his vehicle. She was calling him a filthy, dirty nigger. She was verbally attacking him, being very confrontational, and the brother sat there in his car, and he recorded the whole thing, everything she was saying, you know, her threats, etc., because us as black people, we know that the law is going to give caterings to white folks, especially when it's a situation between a black person and a white person. So he sat there and he recorded the whole issue. The video went viral. Now we fast forward to this incident right here, and there's been incidents in between there, but when we fast forward to this particular video, it's almost the same thing. White woman again attacking a black man, you know, calling them a filthy nigger, almost the identical thing. It's just this time the brother happened to be standing up and they were actually face to face with each other. And I want to point out a couple of things when it comes to this video. First of all, we have black folks in our community that feel like this is the only definition of racism. They feel like, you know, if someone doesn't come out and call you a nigger, it's not racism. And like I've said in previous of my videos, you know, racism is more institutionalized nowadays. It's in the justice system. It's in education. It's in the work field. You know, it's in every aspect of our life. Believe it or not, you deal with a form of racism, even when we step outside of our homes. But when we go back to this video, there's a couple of things I want to point out. And it really displays a lot of different aspects that we deal with in this country. It shows racism. It shows a level of white supremacy. And it shows biasness between males and females. And I'm going to explain why. First of all, if you notice when a woman was verbally attacking this man, and the man basically came up to her and said, hey, you know, obviously there was a altercation before this video was recorded where she called another black man a nigger. And he basically addressed her and said, yo, you know, is that the way you feel about black people? He posed a question to her, what are you? If I'm a nigger, what does that make you? And you know, she responded with her name, because that shows a level of white supremacy. See, in her mind, it doesn't matter if a black person has a certain type of education, you know, a certain car, certain type of living, background. It doesn't matter. In her eyes, every black person is considered a nigger. And she tried to cover it up and say, you know, well, I'm an angry bitch. Basically trying to justify the fact that she called another black person a nigger, trying to justify that by saying, well, I'm a mad, angry bitch right now. And she tried to basically get some type of sympathy for herself because she knew she was face to face with this man and anything can possibly happen, and she was being recorded. Now, when she got on the phone, which was probably to her white husband or her white boyfriend, she started to get a little bit more, you know, her ball sack, you know, lifted up a little bit. She started to get a little bit more aggressive. And she said, you need to hurry up and come down here. This filthy nigger is recording me. Now, before she got on the phone, she was trying to justify. She was saying, you know, I don't think, you know, all black people are niggers and et cetera, et cetera. You know, I'm a mad bitch and blah, blah, blah. Trying to justify, trying to basically say that, oh, well, I'm angry right now because he did something that I didn't like that gives me the right to call him a nigger. But when she got on the phone, she started calling the guy that was recording her a nigger. And that's where white supremacy comes out and is displayed in this video. Because she knew that when her white boyfriend or, you know, her white husband came out, that gives her some type of protection. She knew that, okay, well, when my white boyfriend shows up or whatever, we could basically call the police on this black man and get him locked up despite what happened before that. And she hauled off, called him in there again, and the guy slapped the shit out of her. And, you know, I want to clap for that brother that slapped the hell out of this woman. I don't condone men hitting on women unless it's self-defense. But if you look at the video, and I want to point this out, if you look at the video, before he slapped this woman, she spit on him. And it was very quick, but if you look at the video, she spit on him, and that's what made him slap the shit out of this woman. And I don't blame this man one bit, because I'll tell you right now, if a man, a dog, the Pope, anybody spits on me and puts their nasty, disgusting bodily fluid on me, I am going to slap the shit out of you, and I might whoop your ass. I might add a little something to it. But I don't blame this man one bit. And I think she deserved to get the hell slapped out of her. And you notice after he slapped her, what did she do? She said, you're going to jail. I'm going to call the police on you. Again, that's that white supremacy. Because she knows, even though she spit on this man, that is considered a physical threat. Even though she spit on this man, when he hit her, she said, well, hey, I can call the cops. Now he's going to jail. Because in her mind, she feels like she's better. She knows that we live in a world of white supremacy, to where even though she spit on that man, all she had to do was call the cops and everything would be cool. He would be the big angry black man. But, you know, I think this brother was smart for, you know, recording this whole thing and getting everything on film, because that's what we got to start doing. A lot of things have been brought to the forefront. Not that we didn't already know what was going on, but when we look at things like the, you know, the Rodney King thing and, you know, what's the brother in Oakland that they killed in the police, Oscar Grant, I believe that's his name, and several other incidents that have went on have been brought to the light because of these camera phones. So I think it's smart that, especially for black folks, when we see things going on, whether it's with the police department, whether it's confrontation with someone in public, especially a white woman, because white women can be very, you know, treacherous at times. Or a white woman, all she got to do is snap her fingers or say one thing, and it's believed. We've had towns get torn down and burned up, and men killed, black men killed left and right because of what a white woman said. So it's important that we protect ourselves and we start recording this stuff. Officers out of line, civilians out of line, anybody out of line that we feel like could possibly be a threat to us, it's important that we record it, whether you're involved in the situation or you're not involved in the situation. Because when it comes to he say, she say thing, white folks are going to be believed, because that's the world we live in. But this is just, you know, another day in the park. You know, I'm not shocked that this woman said this. This stuff happens every day. It's just a lot of times it doesn't, you know, get put on the internet or it doesn't get broadcast. You know, I've been in public and, you know, I've been called a nigger. I remember I was at, where was I? I think I was at Starbucks a couple of months ago. And I was ordering something, walked out, you know, and I'm a very mannerable guy. You know, if I bump into you, I'm going to say excuse me. You know, if I walk into a room, I'm going to say good morning or hello to everyone in there. But I guess, you know, when I was walking out, I didn't know that I kind of somewhat nudged this white woman. So she walks in Starbucks and says, rude nigger. So I heard her. You know, I got good ears. You know, I can hear when, you know, people are saying slick things. So, you know, I went back into Starbucks and I started getting in her ass. And I don't mean sexually. I start really, you know, verbally giving this woman the business. But I happened to be with a coworker. Coworker removed me from the situation because I really was going to pimp slap this bitch. Right? All in him. I would have stuck about 5 frappuccinos up her ass. But my coworker, you know, calmed me down, got me out of the situation because you know, it was a sister, and her being black, me being black, she knew how everything was going to go down. I was going to be the one that was going to be the big, angry black man that wanted to attack a white woman. But, you know, these are the things that go on in our everyday life. You know, this is nothing new. White folks use this word all the time, but it's just important that we be ahead of the game. You know, if you got the camera phones, you record it. It is important that we talk about these type of things so that our children and so us as individuals and as adults and citizens in this society know how to navigate through this stuff. Don't mean we be passive towards it, we act like it's not there, but we know how to navigate to it so that we can combat it. Because if you don't know how to get through something and recognize it, which is, you know, an ability that I think has become a lost art as far as with today's generation picking up white supremacy and racism. And we don't know how to identify it. A lot of people are going to be lost. And they're not going to know how to combat racism and white supremacy or how to deal with ignorant ass people that we come across in society. But you guys give me your feedback on the video or what you had done. I'm out.